So the current challenges, of course, in few African countries, we have challenges of peace and security that hinders sustainable investment in some part of the continent where some African countries are well endowed with mineral resources, but the key aspect, which is peace and security, it serves as a challenge. But of course, some few challenges that are developmental aspect in terms of infrastructures and access to energy in when it comes to value addition and manufacturing efforts. So the challenges vary from country to country. In if you look at the continent, some are still really want support in geological and mineral information system. Some countries are well advanced with their regulation and minerals, the Minerals Act, and all the laws that govern the sector. Some countries are well advanced in that aspect, but some also are still looking into having a more conducive legal environment. So when you look at that aspect, the challenges vary. We can't have a collective view on how the continent look at it, this sector, but there is still challenges in the sector as much as a little advancement in some countries when they push for value addition and so on. And we also witness countries also coming up with policies of banning the export of raw material. So value addition creation has been a big challenge in the continent, and we are looking forward to push investment toward that in a way that minerals beneficiation is ensured in the continent so that the communities that are living in those mineral-rich areas also enjoy the socio-economic communities that comes with minerals-led industrialization. Of course, like any other countries, the right of sending the clear message to the investors is needed, and also advocating for conducive policies and legislature that you have in the continent. It will be good, and as we are in Angola, it will also be good for the Republic of Angola to look at how they can also sell the message that encourage the investors to come and invest in the country rich mineral sector. So it is about laws, it is about accessibility of information, it's about transparency, it's about the ESG, which is the environmental and social governance, and how those are related to the long-term developmental agenda of each country, including Angola and others. For me, as a mining engineer, I look at Africa to lead the next industrial revolution because we are now moving towards, this the energy storage where there is electrification of our economy. You look at the electrical vehicles, you look at the rechargeable batteries, you look at the solar panel, wind turbine, and so on. These are technologies that are produced and conducive to our environment in a way that they do not release carbon dioxide that temper with the climate change. But in actual sense, when you go back to the downstream and upstream as well as you relate this as process, you look at the upstream when you do extraction of the minerals. So those minerals are they are extracted in the ground. So you look at those lithium, cobalt, graphite, and copper and cobalt, and all those minerals that are associated to energy transition are very key to Africa's development. So my vision is Africa to position itself as a key leader in the new industrial revolution led by electrification. So we need to be part of this process. We need to be a lead in this aspect as a continent. And Angola also has a better chance to position itself as a leader in that aspect. It is by creating conducive environment, by insisting on value addition and value creation in the continent. Indeed, I'll be in the I will be in the IAMC, and I look at how we link the minerals commodities development into the community and social aspiration that each each African aspire to achieve. So we look at the balancing approach where we ensure that minerals are extracted responsibly, but also they ensure that the right of indigenous community are respected, the infrastructural development and other social development also takes place, and other developmental in the continent. We have the African Continental Free Trade Area that champion inter-Africa trade. So we are looking at how Africa can trade within itself using mineral resources, but also with other side of the world, looking at projects like Lobito corridors, which is also another advantage for infrastructure development. But also we need to look at it in a way that it is not only from pit to port or from the mine side to exportation of raw material. We want to see those continental and regional projects are also aligned to African Union vision under the African Mining Vision that prioritize value addition and industrialization within the continent. So those are the opportunities that the continent need to capitalize on, and it will make a very clear call in the AIMC 2025 that Africa need to take its place in the continent and also be a global player when it comes to critical minerals beneficiation and development. Of course, the IAMC is a regional program at a continental level. It is very key as it is serving as a convening platform where government representations, intergovernmental organizations, and investors and private sectors and Africans themselves and investors globally to come and engage on how they can work together in advancing the developmental aspiration in the industry, in the minerals industry sector. So it is a key platform, very important as it bring in different actors who are championing the minerals development in the continent. So such a platform is very important. It help in creation of network, it help in new investment, it help in branding and advocating for investment across the minerals value chain in the continent and globally as well. Definitely. For decades, Africa has been talking about value addition to its raw materials, but it is the right time that Africa can benefit from this critical energy booms and the energy transition. So Africa need to position itself as a player that promote mutual partnership that comes with responsible mining of minerals in the continent and also respect the rights of indigenous community. So Africa has a chance that shouldn't be wasted, and it is also a global player in the energy transition. Thank you very much.